Alright, so, welcome back. Starting off with day 61. Gonna be doing a whole lot of breeding with the sheeps and the cows. And then we're gonna be going into the nether, go day 62 though. Because I wanted to take a minute, get back to it, see what my world is all about, and readjust since I hadn't recorded in a minute since I was busy with work. But I'll probably let it roll on whenever I go into the nether to give you the live reaction to what I had seen. But yeah, let's roll it. We'll see. No! Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Stop. No. Please, no. How? No. Fuck. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Okay. I'm gonna pause and think about this. Hold on. Okay. First things first, I guess. Try and secure it coming out. So take that. Close it up. There. Okay. Crud. What can I do? Okay. See if we get into a stone-cutter's bench. But yeah, as you saw, I spawned in with my nether portal in onto a nether fortress. It's kind of weird, but I do eventually find out that I have a blaze spawner right there next to where my portal is. And I kind of play it pretty carefully, and you'll see too. I try to work to it and not really try to chance it and just play it safe. I do a lot of renovation as well, and the first part of day 64, trying to get this kind of made safer, so I don't I can funnel the blazes easier. But yeah, you see the blaze spawner right there. I'm gonna save you on the concern. The fortress doesn't have any other work, and I looked for it, and it just spawned without having stairs up to another level to give me that nether work I was looking for. And I'll eventually go looking for it. It's just not within the next little while yet. Going into day 65 though, we do go into breeding more cows and sheep. Spend some time in the overworld a little bit more, but I am still working heavily in the nether in order to get this built up and made safe. And here to kind of end off day 65 a little bit more, I do begin building a zoo, if you will. And day 66 has me digging out some of the dirt for the zoo. And you'll see what I mean later on, because I gotta go get some animals for my zoo, if you know what I mean. But my little zoo is going to give me a whole lot of troubles when it comes time to look for a mending. And I do get it finished up for the most part since I run out of glass there. And here I am, day 67, getting my first exhibit, if you will. And so, day 67 is really purely just getting the villagers into it. And I did get mining fatigue by passing over one of those ocean monuments that are sat in there on the way in between. So all I had to do was just wait for this guy to get in finally. But I do go out and get a second one during the night. I'm going into day 69. It's breeding time, because of course, yes, the funny. Yeah. And I close off the day by just doing some more stuff around base. And going into day 70 though, we start tunneling out, trying to look for a new nether fortress in order to see if we can find some nether wart. And I actually won't really end up finding nothing really. It's really unfortunate, but I do dig down to the lava ocean layer, or level really, and try to get me an infinite source of fuel. And I'm going to be spending a lot of these next coming days trying to get the villagers to breed and make more of them, so I can have more of them, possibly giving me the mending enchant. And you see here, I'm trying to work on my bubble elevator to get in and out of the base in order to stop having to take stairs. And it's going to be a really nice feature to have, because it's slightly quicker and just a little faster. And all of day 72 there to finish it was just farming. And day 73 I finish up my bubble elevators and then close it up. And I end off with expanding my sugarcane farm, since I'm going to need a lot more paper to trade with librarians to get them leveled. And then day 74, it's finally time to cull the herd and see about how much meat and leather I can get in order to make books, in order to make an enchanting room. I'm going to tuck it kind of away in the wall. And, well, it's a really, like, nice spot I have it at. And you'll see what I mean when I get there, but I will not be finding a mending book, and I'll save you the suspense on it until almost day, like, 90. So, it's really, really unfortunate, but I'm going to try everything I can and try to breed these guys as much as possible over these next several days. It's pretty much a wash for a lot of it though, since all I do is spend it on breeding villagers and just looking at some of their trades yet and realizing how unfortunate I'm getting with it. But I do enchant my diamond sword, and I do get really lucky with getting looting 3 and sharpness 3 off the bat. So I also get another enchanted book with sharpness 3 and respiration 3. So fortunately though, I do already have a sharpness 3 book dedicated to it, so pop that on and just make it sharpness 4 and then get a sharpness 5 book going. But day 78, we go out into the nether looking for a nether fortress, end up finding a whole bunch of nothing. And then we go back to trade with villagers and breed them and make more. Because it's gotta be a lot. Got a lot of benches for them, or lecterns rather, in order to make them into librarians hunting for it. So day 79 though, I give this villager a cookie. And he doesn't accept it. Oh. I do also get some really good enchants, and I really should have just saved. You know, since I was level 29, I could have gotten Smite 4. Which would have been really nice, but you see here on day 80, I do actually tame a Strider. This is actually the first time I've ever tamed a Strider, and it's kind of awesome. I find 2 bastions, so one here, and then right there, you see it? Found a bastion and a fortress together. And unfortunately though, when I'm trying to keep my friend alive, I unfortunately sacrifice him and lose the saddle, but I do also immediately find another wart in the new fortress here on day 81, so it's really fortunate. But you see there, that saddle means we have a way back, so I'm not completely stranded. We also do some light wither skeleton fighting, which is not bad, but I mean, I prefer it not be, right there, but I do say goodbye to this guy.
I don't know what I would do without you, but cannot contain you. Please stay here. Please don't run away. I have to go back to the overworld, where I belong. Sorry.
But yeah, after saying goodbye to my friend that brought me home, I set up my nether wart, and then I also get going on potion brewing. Day 83 is a whole bunch of villager work, trying to see what enchants I get, and I don't really get anything all that spectacular, but I do eventually get to bring up some potions, or well, not yet, but I get to working on them. So here are some of the books of enchanting that I was able to procure from using the enchanting table itself. But you see, sharpness and respiration book there, which is kind of odd, but probably gonna use that book on my helmet for respiration. So, and you see all of these days of me trying to trade with these villagers and see if I can find a mending book are all for naught. It's super unfortunate, but going into day 85, I do start producing a wall, finally, for the compound. It's going to be a pretty rough wall, and I will be repairing it and making modifications later, but not yet. Don't want to start saying stuff too quick. We'll let the suspense build yet, but I do eventually build a wall around the entire compound. And it's not perfectly high, but it's high enough to keep everything out and not let anything other than like spiders in, and so it's good enough. You see me here on day 86 going on to get melons up, so it's not something big I really focus on, but it's just something to think about. Day 87 is a bunch of breeding and then villager work. Still not gonna get lucky, but what can you do sometimes? Day 88, I am tired of really hanging around base, so I kind of just take off and look for a village, look for other biomes, and I do see that giant mangrove biome over there, or not mangrove, pale garden biome, and I do go into day 89 and 90 trying to explore it. Here you see a good example of just how vast it is. See it everywhere around me. And it does go on further beyond the trees too, which is just incredible. So fortunate to get a giant mangrove. I keep saying mangrove, but it's a pale garden biome. But yeah, and coming in day 90, I do eventually get back to base, realizing now that I need to get these phantoms membranes in order to make my slow falling potions. They do come in really kind of clutch since I was out and I couldn't sleep there when I was exploring. So I do end up getting the membranes put in and get my slow falling potions for the Ender Dragon fight. So you do see it's day 91. We're getting pretty close, and we need to start getting things put together for a kit to go and kill the Ender Dragon with. And so I also honestly haven't really fought the Ender Dragon too much. I don't really play the game for fighting the Ender Dragon, but here on the night of day 92, I do finally get a mending villager trade, and I do slap a good layer of mending on absolutely everything that I have, and I rejoice too a little bit. So yeah, sleep there on day 92, and then going to day 93. It's time to hunt for Ender Pearls in order to make the Eyes of Ender. And all I do in day 93 is just purely farm for pearls and start getting all of it put together and get really excited because it's getting time. I'm gonna get to set out here soon. Day 94, coming back, finish up my loot haul, scavenge some stuff from the surface and get everything kind of neatly put, make all my Eyes of Ender, and then set up some new work for him, make a bow, and then make some arrows as well, and try to go out and trade for some arrows in order to shoot out the end crystals, yeah, that the dragon uses to heal off of. And I do end up putting power 2 on it just to make it punch a little harder. But yeah, and then you get a glimpse here of my kit going into the end fight. You know, yeah, it's been really nice though. So getting all this put together has been feeling really good. So this is fortunately my end fight, and then I go out and it's time to throw a pearl. So end up finding it here on day 96 though, and then getting to dig down into it. And honestly, with how close it is, cause like around where it is, it's pretty close to where my mine is for the base. You'll see it. I mean, I do eventually take coordinates to there once I do find the room, but it's really close, and it's fairly reasonable to my mine shaft. And day 97 is I actually find it, but you see all these silverfish decide to spawn out of the wall and just continually chase me as I kill more of them spawn. I don't remember this ever being a feature, but it seems kind of weird and new. I don't know if it was done before or something they changed with like the wild update, but it's kind of different, I guess. Yeah, I do eventually pop up the pearls into it, and I go down this shaft here, or stairs, and I find a geode in it. And no, it's not a geode I found before, but it's really interesting that the geode kind of works its way into the system of the stronghold. So now it's time to kind of go into the end, right? Already explored all of it, seen the 2 libraries, nothing really spectacular. And so now it's like, what's left? It's time to explore. So, but yeah, I do have some audio I'm gonna let kind of run over it, but I might interrupt myself, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. It's the end fight now, you know. So spawn inside and encase in this stuff. But I do get to pop in some of these. So yeah, it's the big fight though. So what can you do? And this dragon's gonna keep shooting all that up there to where I can't hit it. And I'll realize eventually that the dragon's breath I can just collect whenever it's perched. And the only reason why I'm collecting dragon's breath is because I want to make certain kinds of potions later. And I don't only have this option and then one more option to be able to get dragon's breath. And I need to make the most of it. I'm probably going to bring a whole lot into the second fight and see if I can just fill up my inventory as much as I can in order to be able to make certain like splash potions and all that later on and try something different. And see, I also take get the take aim achievement on the Ender Dragon, which honestly it's pretty incredible. I'm probably gonna have to make a achievement board inside the world going into 200 days about what I've done with the world and like a brief record of it. But yeah, honestly though, I mean, Ender Dragon fight isn't that bad. Wasn't really terribly sweating it, but I just didn't want to go in underprepared and stuff, because I haven't honestly fought this thing like only a handful of times. I mean, because I never really played this game a lot for the Ender Dragon fight, and I don't really ever use the Elytra either all that much. But I mean, I just enjoy playing the game for everything else. Coming up though, I do eventually get it. It's just I have to miss 500,000 arrow shots. You see though with the dragon coming down the perch, this is about when I kind of figure out that I need to bag it with bottles whenever he's perched and use that. Because that is what I need. And I do end up getting a little over a stack worth, but I'm gonna probably try and plan on getting some more because I'm thinking about making some. Give it. Put this roll. There it is. Let's go, baby. Oh. guy right there. And you're mine. Oh yeah. Here's my little in-city teleporter there. No one spawns there once you beat him, right? Where is mine? There it is. Be out towards the side I came in on. Yeah, that's it. Just kind of check out and then dig this big long tunnel out from my mine shaft out to Stronghold. We're on day 99. And then going into day 100 though, all I do really is just take in admiration from the base and just look at it all for everything I was able to accomplish in these first 100 days and see if I can't just make something even more incredible. And honestly, I don't really know what I want to do with 200 days other than make some auto farms and get a trident and get netherite armor. And then try to max some stuff out and maybe do the Wither. Maybe. We'll see. I honestly haven't ever fought the Wither either. But yeah. Maybe I'll try fighting the Wither. See what kind of gear I should get. And then yeah. Definitely gonna do some auto farms though. Gonna automate pumpkins and watermelons. And then maybe make a better villager city. There on that one island I found there. Kind of see Mesa biome. And then, really? I don't know. Because I can make a trident farm here at main base, but I'm going to have to make like gunpowder farms and all that kind of elsewhere. But, yeah. Or well, maybe I should take off and do trident farm elsewhere. Keep like gunpowder and mob farms there at main base. But, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely gonna make banking a gunpowder farm. So, gotta get TNT and do that stuff. But, yeah. Do end up going to sleep though on day 100. And with that being said though, I do appreciate everything you've done for me and watching. So, it's been 100 days though. See you next time.